Yeah. I just happened to look the other day at my rateyourprofessor.com.
Mm-hmm. I've never done that.
I avoid it like the plague.
I enjoy only because until recently all of my comments were good. It's exactly like the normal student ratings. You get
those that love you and those that hate you.
And some people that say it was horrible. And so I've got one negative review now, but it basically said suck was not the word they used, but I suck at lecturing.
Well, yeah, that's the idea, right?
Well, that's what made me start thinking when Eric mentioned this, and made me start thinking about, what do the students think that their role in the educational process is?
Yeah.
They're being the passive, sponges that are supposed to absorb information, but that's not what course redesign and sort of progressive pedagogy is all about. That's not how people learn.
Right.
So I posted that on Twitter, and I said something to the effect of, I'm actually kind of glad that's a compliment to me. I'm not a good lecturer. I mean, I'm not trying to be a good lecturer.
I'm trying to be a good educator. There's a difference.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens when enrollment comes around and my class is up in fall. So there are two choices. This semester I'm the only person teaching genetics, but in fall there are two of us teaching two different sections. So the competition is on.
Oh, gosh. But there is probably another factor, which is what time are your classes?
Of course, yeah. There could be some conflicts that make you choose one or the other.
Inevitably. Yeah, a lot of, Eric and I are both teaching second semester intro chem right now, and so a lot of our students are currently in enrollment for our first semester of organic chemistry.
Yep.
And there's a lot of controversy. The two instructors have very different styles, and one's at 8 a.m. and one's at 10 a.m. And so just the 8 a.m. thing has been a factor, apart from who the instructor is.
Totally. We have our capstones majors class is evolution. We teach that to our senior. And since it's a required class and you have to take it to graduate and you're a senior, that's our 8 a.m. class.
Yeah, so it fell. That's good. That's a good strategy.
There's usually one section, but it's 8 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
You're popular.
People turn up. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm thinking now, when we were at one of the meetings, Lori shared some of her questions with me, which I kind of made into a survey, and they definitely had a mindset.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to find them now. Hang on. My computer is slow. Anyway, you can talk amongst yourselves while I find them.
Typing notes to myself while you're trying to find things.
Okay, that works.
Things that both of you have said that have made me think I should do that.
Well, that's why we have these, right?
Like the assessing of students' role in the educational process.
Yeah, I really like the idea of figuring out what they think their role is in their degree gathering process, what they think the university's responsibility is in their degree gathering process, and on a class level, what is their responsibility to go out and learn, and what is our responsibility to what we might call spoon feed them. I need to work on language and all of that, but essentially how much is up to them and how much is up to somebody else.
Yep.
Both on a class level and a university level.
Yeah. Yep.
Now I'm going to compare those results to grades and also to SI attendance. Because I think those that think it's somebody else's responsibility will end up going to SI less.
Yeah.
But you may see that their attendance at SI increases through the semester and their attitude may change by the end of the semester. You have to reassess at the end too.
Yep, definitely. Do you conceive of doing interventions that might change their mind in, so this is introduction?
So what I'm still working it out in my mind, but I'm envisioning a pre-survey, a post-survey, and then metacognitive interventions throughout the course of the semester.
Yeah. With
the intent to change their appreciation of who should be doing it.
Yeah.
But.
Yep. I was going to say, if this is a class for seniors, you might not expect them to change pre to post, but if it's an introductory class, you might have a bit more sway in helping them figure out what university life's all about.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm having fridge problems at home, and I'm getting information as we speak, so my mind is split there too. My wife wants an answer in the next 2 minutes. Like, no. I'm not. Lisa, it turns out that the won't be on my desk. Okay, so I got to text her back. Turns out that the thermostat is out. $350 for the thermostat, but fridge might be at the end of its lifetime, so we might not. So do we really want to do it or not? Got to make a decision in 2 minutes. I'm not making that decision in 2 minutes.
How much is a new fridge? It can't be that much more, is it?
Oh, it can be.
Oh.
It can be.
How fancy you want it to be.
Fridges can be thousands.
Okay.
You get the one with the built-in wine cooler down below.
Luckily, Eric and Liz don't drink wine, so it just needs to have a Coke dispenser. Pepsi dispenser.
There you go.
Sorry.
I refuse to make several $100 decisions on a snap judgment.
You kind of sound like a scientist.
What's that?
You kind of sound like a scientist.
I hate it when that happens.
I'm the same way. I'll probably develop a spreadsheet before I buy anything that costs more than a couple $100.
I've done that before.
I'm married to an engineer.
Oh,
there are so many spreadsheets in my life.
Yeah, so Joe, I want to see where their belief is where their belief of themselves is in the process.
Yeah.
And see if we can make some sort of change in that belief over the course of a semester.
Might be
a bit of a Pollyannish view, might be too pie in the sky, but hell, why not? Give it a try.
Yep. That proverb, aim for the stars, and even if you don't make it, your arrow will go farther than if you aim it horizontally or something like that.
Hey, Bryce.
That's all you need, right?
Yep. Good. Have a good weekend.
I wonder, I guess it would be maybe useful or relevant, or at least to think about assessing. So when you mention student role in education, the first thing that pops into my mind is the new sort of model of the university as the business and the student as the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'd be relevant to ask some very directed questions about, basically, do you feel like you will get a degree because you are paying the university to take classes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As opposed to you actually need to work to pass. You're not guaranteed a degree when you enroll.
See, the problem with that consumer model is you go in, you buy it, you're done.
Right.
Your role is simply to gather it up off the shelf.
Right.
I took the class, therefore I have the education.
Yes.
That's not the way best education works. We all know that.
Yeah.
So if they're not going to take a role, it has implications, right? I mean, as part of course redesign, our job is to try to lower the DFW rates and lower the achievement gaps. If they come in with the perspective that it's their right to take a class, pass it, and not put the work in, not try to actually try and learn something on their own, not try to actually put some time and effort in, there's a floor to what we're going to be able to accomplish. It doesn't matter how much time and effort we put in. If they don't care, they don't care.
Yeah.
And I think it's worth trying to measure that in some way.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we can't try to change some of it, but you're not going to change everybody.
Yeah. And since we teach required courses, all of us, there are some students, especially in my class, probably true for intro chemistry and organic chemistry and so forth as well, but there are some people that are biology majors that have to take genetics. It's a required course that don't really care. And I can tell who they are. and in the back of the class. And yeah, I try to engage them. They don't speak up, they don't ask questions. And, as long as they pass the class, then they're our consumer. They paid for it. Some of them aren't even attending class, but they get just enough points on the exams to pass. And,
So we're kind of deciding, are they a consumer or are they a connoisseur? Right?
I like that. Yeah, that's a good distinction. But yeah, then we're caught between the rock and the hard place of needing to increase pass rates, but we have this service area model where we have to take the students, so we can't intervene before they enroll in our courses. So we're going to be stuck with some fraction of students who don't want to be there, but know they have to be there to get the degree. Maybe because their parents told them that they should get a college degree.
Or because all of their friends were going to college after high school and it seemed like the right thing to do. And
right.
Momentum.
The herd mentality.
So where's Lori today? Fixed and growth mindset. That's something she wants to focus on. Where is she?
I don't know. She didn't RSVP. She didn't tell me.
I like that we're all eating. Well, it's noon. Well, maybe we should table this discussion until the time that Lori can actually come. Because I feel like in addition to being interested, she also has the most expertise on this. And I feel like from mindset, assessment of mindset is really important. And I know she's got some experience on that. So maybe we should wait for her.
Sounds good to me.
That's fine with me.
Meanwhile, those of you that do SI-related stuff, I had a conversation with one of my genetics students on the walk back from lecture just now, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it's not lecture anymore. What should I call it?
Class meeting.
Okay, that's generic enough. He's an SI, SI leader.
Yep.
Is that what you call the students that run the SI sessions? SI leader, and he's been incorporating, I guess at least in part on my influence on him in our class, he's been incorporating some mobile tech and shared Google Docs and so forth for students, and maybe Socrative or other sort of the anonymous back channel communications methods to let people communicate without people knowing who they are. And he said it's been going really well in his SI sessions, and his attendance has been dropping. His in-person attendance has been dropping. He's getting a lot of activity online. And I told him, as soon as he said that, I said, you need to tell our campus SI administrators that, because a lot of us use that data to assess how effective SI is.
And there's some campuses that are trying to use online SI, and it's not going well. So this is, maybe he, SI leader is he?
I think so,
Yes.
Yeah. So he may have stumbled onto a way to run it correctly. Or well. I don't know.
Yeah. And I know that that's not the, what is it, Kansas State, Missouri, whatever, the official model. So it may be, and our campus, I think, kind of tends to try to adhere as close as possible to that model. So I don't think this is necessarily going to be a widespread phenomenon that people have to worry about with SI assessment. But, oh yeah, I'll try to get more information from him about what he's doing.
Yeah, I was just at a meeting at the Chancellor's office on Friday, and your campus was one of the ones that was presenting.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's pretty good data. But the online wasn't working real well, so definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure to follow up on that.
Yeah. But I know that how do I say this? I know that the Chancellor's office is looking into alternate models of SI as well.
Okay.
So
good to know that there's some flexibility out there.
Some things yes, some things no.
Fair. There's always an exception.
Yeah. To make it mandatory, I don't think that's really going to be.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't think that's going to be flexible. On the other hand, how you run it online or not, and that kind of, I don't think they'll mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's sort of an economic impact on that, making online SI mandatory.
Yeah.
So I can see that. Everybody registered for the summer. Wait.
Oh crap!
The summer.
Thank you. I'm just going to one day. We still have to register for that, though, don't we?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it's the registration didn't say. Thanks for the reminder. I'm gonna do that really quick.
Yeah, is today the due date?
Yep.
Yep. Don't make Kathy mad at you now.
I know.
Kathy's had a rough couple of days, so.
Dealing with all you yahoos.
No.
Not us yahoos. Us yahoos follow direction.
Uh-oh.
It's the yahoos in administration that can be difficult.
Oh, well. Say no more.
Yep.
I remembered that while I was swimming this morning that I had to register. However.
That's the most annoying thing. I always remember things when I'm out running or think of them.
Yeah, and then you make that nice mental list in your head, and then
that's so long, and then I get home and I think,
what was I thinking about? Yeah.
See, for me, that mental list happens at about 10 minutes before I go to bed,
mm-hmm.
and then I can't sleep. I hate that part.
Yeah, not much is happening with my brainwaves about 10 minutes before I go to bed. Not a night person.
Now, Joe, will this be your third or fourth Summer Institute?
You were second.
What's that?
Second.
So you went for the first time last year?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought you went before that.
I guess something weird happened. I had no idea what CRT was all about, but campus said I should apply, and I did. And I was chosen to be a lead, even though I'd never done the redesign.
Nice.
Well,
that happened on our campus too with Ellie Ertl.
Yeah. To put it another way, I had redesigned a course with technology, but not through the Chancellor's Office program. And so I had redesigned a course, experience. Hadn't led a cohort.
Yeah.
That was the key. Yeah, this will only be my second Summer Institute.
Well, this is going to be my third. And the first one was better than the second one. And so I'm hoping that they reverse the trend.
What was it, if you don't mind sharing? I can turn off the recording too if you want.
What's that?
Try. And I think that's the important part, is that we're all still trying.
The balance. The
elusive work-life balance.
I have the bruise on my forehead, right?
Try again. Right.
Let's see. One thing that might be useful to discuss, although now I'm trying to look up the details again, was I emailed out that the PSU folks had asked our cohort to present at one of the upcoming CRTs. Or it's one of the upcoming PLCs, rather. So what date was that?
Good question.
So that's what I'm trying to find right now. Who is going to present? Let's see, Lori said, so May 19th.
What is that, Lisa, at the end of finals week?
Yeah, that's our school's graduation day. Our college's graduation is on May 19th. And for 8 o'clock classes, that's what day we have a final. Yay! So I'm not sure about my attendance at the PLC on the 19th.
Right. Well, we probably don't need that many people, but I will need to know who's going to go and coordinate what each of us will talk about. The idea was, let me see if I can find Brett's initial invitation.
I remember, I had forgotten all about it, but now that you mention it, I remember that.
Here, so Brett's sort of 2-sentence description was share some of the cool things we've been up to, we all have been up to this year.
Yeah.
Sort of highlights of our respective collective redesigns, common goals, technology used, etc. So expect an email from me to the whole cohort again in the near future to try to nail people down on that.
Yeah, because we got, what, 21 days?
Plenty of time. Maybe not at the end of the semester.
All right, well, maybe then we'll just get you guys later, huh?
Well, even if you can't attend, what sort of topics would you suggest that we talk about? If we're talking about sort of collective redesign, common goals, common approaches, technologies, we can dig back through our list of things that we've talked about in our Zoom sessions this semester, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I think you send off a Google form with who's interested, who would be interested and what do you want to talk about, and I think you see what comes back. That's an easy way.
Sounds easy.
Yeah.
And appropriate.
And technological.
Ah. We'll redesign our meetings.
Right, we'll go all online. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we do that. Excellent.
That's good. Cool, so you'll send that out?
Yeah.
Works for me.
Excellent. So we've got SI, we've got affordable learning solutions. I don't know if anybody's doing anything particularly with accessibility, but it sounds like that's a hot topic. Yeah, we'll put something together. All right.
We can do that.
Have you been able to attend the latest PLCs? They've had some other cohorts basically doing the same thing the last couple of meetings. So at least if you've seen any of those, that's kind of going to be the format.
Okay. Yeah, I watched the one, what was that? Maybe on Monday, the Scholarship of Teaching and Learning one.
Yeah.
It was last Friday. I couldn't go to that one.
That was Friday?
Uh-huh.
Time flies. Cool.
Yeah.
I was at the chancellor's office at that time.
Oh.
I saw Brett duck out. I couldn't figure out why until several hours later. It's like, oh yeah, PLC.
Except Brett wasn't doing the PLC. I don't think. I didn't see him on the recording. They had one. There was only one of the CRT staff leading the whole thing because everybody else was doing
the SI thing.
The SI thing.
Yeah.
He told us that, and that's when I thought.
Maybe he ducked. I will have to give him crap for that. He ducked out for other reasons then.
Uh-huh.
That's fine.
Coordinating the rest of your meeting, probably.
Probably true. Probably true. All right.
How are those jet setters?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Good to go?
Yeah.
Good to go for now?
Okay.
I'm all right.
Well, we'll try again. I think the mindset thing is definitely interesting. I think this is probably just an end of semester issue.
Yeah. I'm going to try to, and I should have sent out an email reminder earlier than yesterday night or this morning whenever I sent it.
That's all right.
I had thought that today's, because normally these meetings have not been on Fridays.
Right.
So when I saw it on my calendar a week ago, I thought, oh, it's just another PLC.
Yeah.
Until I looked.
Oh, it's ours.
Yeah. Oh, crap. So, yeah, I will make a note of that. We'll do a mindset.
Cool.
We actually don't have any more of these scheduled, I don't think. I'll look at my calendar, but we'll schedule another one if we need to.
Yeah, that'd be good. Make sure Lori can be there and we'll all get on board.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, bro. I learned some interesting things. So useful for me anyway. Appreciate your help.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you soon.
Enjoy your weekends.
Bye.
Bye.